Hi, I'm Janie Everett from Ozone, Texas. I'm a West Texas girl, born and raised. I'll tell you what, I've got a story to tell you. When I was diagnosed, I had all of the tests run that would diagnose the cancer. All of them. And they found nothing. I did the self-test and I knew something was wrong. I went to my doctor and he said, I don't like the way that the lumps are growing and getting hard. I went for a biopsy in June. He tried to remove all of the cancer, but come to find out, it was on the inside of my chest. He would have never gotten all of the cancer. So I came home, I talked to my two boys, and I knew that I wasn't going to have chemo and I wasn't going to have radiation. I don't believe in it. It's nothing but chemicals and it will kill you. Anybody. And if I can get that point across to anybody that's going through what I went through 6 years ago, please, I'm here for anybody that wants to talk. This was on a Tuesday. On a Friday, he called me. And he said, your diagnosis is malignant. Well, I went over again to my boys and I talked to them and I said, what do you think? And they said, Mother, it's your life, not ours. Whatever you want to do, we're behind you 100%. We'll start praying for you. And I said, okay. So, this was on a Friday. On a Sunday, God intervened. A friend of mine, or distant relative, called me, Glenda McMullen, and she said, Janie, is this really what God wants you to do? I said, oh, wait a minute. I said, I'll call you back. And I started walking the floor. God, I'm yours. I belong to you. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. I called her back that afternoon and I said, okay, what do I need to do to go to Dr. Truitt? She said, first off, you need to start with your passport because that'll take you longer than anything else that you can do. I said, okay, we don't have a facility here in Ozona to do passports, so I went to Sonora. If God wasn't in this, this wouldn't have happened. In 2 weeks' time, I had my passport. People don't get a passport in 2 weeks' time, but God gave it to me in 2 weeks' time. Then I called my sister, I think is what I'd say, because that's the way I feel. I called Charlene Barnes. And she said, okay, Janie, and that's whenever I found out that she and her husband were friends with my baby brother and his wife. And I said, okay, Charlene. I said, Glenda told me to call you. What do I do? And that was the road that I started with Dr. Truitt. She said, okay, I'm going to send you a packet. And I filled out the information and watched the DVD that he had put together. And I said, yep, this is the way I'm supposed to go, because I do not believe in a lot of the modern medicine because it's chemicals. And if it's chemicals, it does not belong in your body. If it's natural, God gave us all of these plants to take care of our body. And I truly believe that. I am 75 years old and I take no prescription medication at all. Now wait a minute. I do take natural herbs that God gave us to treat the things that's wrong in my body. On August the 21st of '09, I went to Nuevo Laredo. And maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but I don't think so. Because it was a party. I was going to be treated for cancer, but it was a party. We had a blast. And Dr. Cavazza was his assistant, and I fell in love with him. We joked about it, and I asked him if he'd come home with me because I thought if I had his positive attitude that I could get over anything. And then it was mentioned that he was married, and I said, oh, well, I guess we better ask your wife if you can do that before I take you home with me. But we had a good time, and the first treatment, my sister, she was just laughing, and she was supposed to be my note taker. Well, lo and behold, I didn't know that she was so involved that she wasn't taking any notes. I've got a spiral legal notebook that I have taken notes in from the very day that I started this walk. And I'd be glad to share it with anybody. To me, this is one of the reasons that the good Lord has left me here on this earth, is I've got a job to do. And that is to tell other people about the natural amoxicillin treatment. It's wonderful. I went and had the treatment. That night my sister said that I rattled the windows and the doors from snoring. I slept so good. I took the second treatment. The only hard part about it was leaving Charlene, because I had found a good friend. We left Laredo, went to Sinton, Texas to visit my nephew that lives there. And then we came home. I made a road trip right after I had my treatment. So that tells you what effect it has on people. It builds you up, not tears you down. And it means a lot to me to be able to tell other people. I have talked to several people all over the state of Texas and told them about my story. And the thing is, though, the telephone does not show what I am really like, what I'm capable of doing, how I feel. I mean, it's just a part of what it really means. And when Shauna called me and asked me if we could do this, I said, if this is the only way that I can reach out to other people and encourage them to take my walk. There's only one other walk that I could tell you about, but I won't here. This is about the cancer treatment. It makes a difference. Dr. Truitt is a fine Christian man, and I knew that I had to go to that doctor when he told me how to pray and how to have other people pray for me. I had people praying for me from the East Coast to the West Coast. I'm in God's hands. And I will stay here, and I will do this work until He calls me home. Well, my job's not done yet. I still have other people to call. I have talked to people for as long as 5 hours explaining what this treatment can do for anyone. Yeah, if you wait too long, the cancer has got the upper hand, and it's a harder battle. So I would suggest anybody, don't put it off. Start the walk when you find it.